So today I'm going to write a program to print from 1 to n numbers in a loop. But obviously there's one catch is that we want two threads. One is odd thread and the other is even thread, and here the odd thread should only print the odd numbers and the even thread should only print the even numbers while going from 1 to 1. And there's another catch is that it should be sequential, and by sequential what I mean is, so since there are two threads, it could be like they could be executing simultaneously, and sometimes it may happen that it might have printed two odd numbers consecutively and then even and then odd, then a few even numbers consecutively, but that is the one thing that we don't want. So we want sequentiality, which is basically we should print odd, then even, then odd, something like that. And like this is the main catch in here, and to achieve that we will be using wait and notify feature of Java threads on the objects. And through that what we can do is, like when the odd thread is executing, we'll make the even thread wait, and once the odd thread is done executing, then we'll notify the even thread and then it will start executing. And similar thing we'll do with the even thread as well when we are printing the even numbers. So yeah, I mean, if you already know about wait and notify, then you could totally skip this video. But if it's first time you're seeing wait to notify and see how it's being used, then yeah, it's probably a very nice video to a very good, a very nice primer video to have you get accustomed or get started with the this feature. And this is also really important to know about. Yeah, so a few things we'll need in here is the number, and basically the uh, number to which we want to print. Let's define it as something, and let's say we want to print first 20 numbers. Okay, and what else we'll need is, so we'll need two threads, but that we could define later on. So yeah, let's just start writing our print odd and even methods, and if we think that there's some other thing required, we could then initialize it. So our first method is private void. We don't want to return anything, we just print directly from the method. So yeah, private void print odd. So since we are starting from 1, which is odd, so yeah, we could start with print odd method. It won't take any parameters, it just need to print. And yeah, one important thing in here we want to keep track of is the number that we are currently at. So, and we'll need to keep on checking if that number is basically um, um, less than 20 or not, or basically n or not. So to do that, we can define one int variable, which is 1, since we are we'll start with 1. And yeah, and also there is one more thing that we'll require, and this is a slightly important and basically the base for wait to notify. And I will explain how it is used, but let's first initialize it. So this one boolean field that we'll need, which is basically print odd. So this boolean field will basically let us know whether to print the odd or the even number. So since there are two threads, they should be knowing whether they should be executing or not, and they would know about that using this boolean field. So since we'll start with the odd, so and we could initialize with true. So I think we have done all the required initialization. We could start with the method. So yeah, one important thing to use to like know when we are using wait to notify is to like this should be always inside like synchronized block, because it kind of like attains some kind of lock when we use these methods, and that is why it requires like under some kind of like a synchronized block, so that and if it is like not used under synchronized block, then it would basically throws like some kind of error that yeah like so some kind of like thread error. I think it's like monitor state exception, something like that. So we'll need to do this inside a synchronized block. Let's synchronize on this object, and yeah, we'll need to check whether our current index is less than 20 or not. If it is less than 20, we basically just need to print. But before printing, we kind of like need to check whether we are eligible to print or not, or basically whether this method is currently eligible to print the method or not. So for doing that, we will just check like if my if print odd. So if print odd, if it is true, then we could print it. So when to not print it? When it is false. So if it is false, we'll need to uh, basically wait, right? And it should be under some kind of uh, like try and catch. So we could just use that in here. Yeah, so yeah, if it is false, then we should wait. And if it is not false, like otherwise, what we need to do here is uh, like print, basically print the value of the index that we are currently at. So we'll just add some kind of sentences in here to like make sense out of it. So odd thread, and the value would be index. We'll need a plus sign. Okay, so we have printed it, and then what we need to do is we'll like increment the index so that it goes to the like next one, and then we could like set the print odd to false because we have now printed it, and now it should turn off the even thread to like actually print. So we'll like need to set it to false, and then we'll like need to notify. So this notify, it will what it will do is, so we'll have like same similar block for the even as well, and it will also have this wait. So when we'll call the notify, it will uh, like wake up that even thread, or basically end that wait for the even thread. So yeah, let's add the even print even block as well. So print even, it should be also like this. So if it is true, so print if print odd is true, we'll need to wait, and then we'll once we are out of that, we could like print even number, which will be index. We'll increment the index. We'll now set print odd to true, and then again call the notify, so that it would notify the odd thread to like print. Okay, so since we have added these two methods to like print odd and even, maybe we could like write our driver class. So here we'll need to get our class and odd even thread, new odd even thread, and then we'll need to do, we'll need to thread. So let's call it odd thread. It will be new thread. Let's define the runnable as a synchronous class. So what we'll do is to like just call the print odd method, and that's it. And similarly, we'll need one even thread. Even thread, it will print even. Okay, so and at last we'll like need to call dot start method for both of these threads. Now think we are good till here. Now let's execute it and see the result. Okay, so yeah, odd thread. Oh, there's some language mistake. It should be even thread. Yeah, let's run it again. Yeah, so we have changed. Yeah, so we have changed the wording of our log. So now it's prints correctly. So odd thread printing the odd value, the even thread is printing the even value, and it is printing the last till the last value, which is 20 and which was even. So it looks great. And also one thing to notice in here, it's like it's printing every value in like sequential order, so it's like 1 2 3 4 and not like 1 3 5. So like not one of the thread is executing like continuously and then the other thread is like one thread executed, then it waited for the other to execute and similarly. So yeah, I think we have achieved what we aimed for. And to like know more about this and to like know how is each piece is working, you could like play with it a little bit and you'll like definitely grasp more understanding on it. But yeah, like a few things you could do is like to check how the notify is working, right? So what would happen if I like remove this notify? So we could like make some assumption like what could happen. So like it would print this odd, right? And then after printing, it would like make it false, and it would like try to wake up the even thread, but and how it would do that is by like calling this notify. So if we don't call this notify, it would basically not wake up the other thread, and basically the execution like it wouldn't like print anything, it would like go in some kind of deadlock state. So now let's try to remove this notify from the even method, and what we should see is like after printing this even method, it won't wake up the print odd, basically this and this thread, and won't basically print anything after that, because no, let's first double check, right? So yeah, it printed the odd value and then the even value from the even thread. And since the notify was not called, it just like stopped the execution. And it is not even printing any even number as well, because we are setting this print odd equals to true, which would like put the even thread also in the wait state. And yeah, now both of the threads are waiting and like not doing anything. It's just like waiting. And also you'd see like the prompt and the program is not like finish executing, it's still running but just like not doing anything. So if you like call this run method, so you'd see like odd even thread is running, so you'll like need to stop and rerun. And again, so since we haven't added the notify yet, it would again, so it's the same thing. If you like add the notify back, yeah, now you'll see like it is printing everything, and also the program is getting finished with exit code 0. So yeah, this is like one of the way through which you could like play with it, and I will definitely encourage to like know more about this wait and notify. This like such an important topic in Java threads, and we're like able to do this only because of these two functionalities of it. And also, uh, let's say you just want to see like what would happen if you like did not use the way to notify. So if we like remove this block, which is the wait, remove the notify as well. So now let's see what happens. So what would happen is like it would like go into this print odd method. It would like synchronize this so that no other thread enters until this is executing, and all the values from 1 to 20 will be like printed inside this block only. So you'll see like odd thread 1 2 3 like that. So yeah, you see one odd thread, it is printing from 1 till 19, so it's like less than 20. So yeah, um, so basically if we like don't add this, then it's just like not gonna print anything from the event thread. And now we have uncommented this. Let's rerun, and yeah, it's like odd even. So yeah, I think I'm done here, and I'll like definitely encourage you to like read more about this, and yeah, just that. So yeah, thank you so much for it.